Nityanandam everyone, welcome back to the Kundalini Yogini. This is Priscilla. Thank you so much for joining me on today's channel. If you haven't been to my channel before, I share all about yoga, Ayurveda, the sciences of the East from Sanatana Hindu Dharma, and that's what this channel is really all about, consciously living as spiritual beings in the world today. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys about the power of mantra. Mantra has become, I should say, a very well-known Sanskrit term in the West, but I wanted to give you guys a little deeper insight on where mantra really comes from, why it's used, and all of the different ways that it manifests as a power in our lives, and really why we should all be using mantra or the sacred sounds, sacred chanting in our daily lives. The word mantra actually comes from the line Mananaat Traayate in Sanskrit, which means just by chanting we can protect ourselves. The use of mantra has been documented throughout all of the most ancient scriptures of the world, the Vedas and the Agamas of Hinduism, and you see the use of mantra described as having a multifold range of powers. Not just protection of the person, but spiritual healing, rejuvenation, prevention of illness and disease, healing of particular illnesses, and connection to divine forms, deities, gods and goddesses, bringing in them, calling in their energies and spirits, and so many different other plethora of reasons. If we get back to the basic building blocks of creation itself, there's a philosophy in the Vedas called Sankhya philosophy. It's about all of the building blocks of the cosmos, and I highly recommend, if you're interested in this, to look it up yourselves and learn about it. It's very fascinating and amazing science. The first element that existed before any of the other more physical, gross, larger elements like water or earth existed was space, akasha. It's the most subtle, right? It's the nothingness, the space in which things are created. And the way that human beings, or that living beings, sentient beings, perceive the element of akasha, the element of space, is through sound. The sound sensory organ, the sound sense perception, is considered directly related to space. And so you can see that just by looking at that, why mantra has been a vital part of Vedic culture for so many thousands of years is because it's a very subtle science, and that's why it's so powerful. Everything when we break it down becomes sound, is vibration itself, right? Even quantum theory, quantum physics is catching up to the same thing these sages and enlightened beings have been saying for thousands of years, that everything is vibration, and it is so important to use vibration as a power. And that's exactly what mantra is. It is said in the scriptures that mantra penetrates the consciousness. So it doesn't just work on our physical body or the mind. It works at the level of our consciousness, and that's one of the reasons why it's so powerful. A way you can understand how mantra works is, right, that every single one of our cells emits a frequency, a vibration. So when the music of our body becomes out of whack, disease and illness manifests. It's like all of the parts, all of the little parts of us are not functioning as a whole. Our rhythm, our harmony is out of whack. So sound itself can align that harmony back, can align all of those little units to function again as a whole. Even Charaka, one of the great sages of Ayurveda, the science of life, he explains that in the treatment of fever, the Vishnu Sahasranam, very, very famous chant, can be chanted to heal fevers. And even in the treatment of snake bites in traditional Ayurveda, chants are used to rapidly heal the bite faster. Another very important component of mantra to understand is the language in which mantras are in, which is Sanskrit. Sanskrit is considered the language of the gods. It is considered the most holy language in existence because it is said that it was not invented by human beings, actually. It was given as sounds of the cosmos itself. It was a divine gift from the supreme intelligence, the cosmic intelligence running the cosmos, and delivered to human beings to use while we're here on Earth. Sanskrit utilizes all sound possible that a human being can make. Whereas, just for example, English only uses a very, very small fraction of those sounds. And so even within our alphabet, even within our words and language and the diction of everything that we say, we aren't utilizing every vibration, every frequency, whereas Sanskrit does. And so I get asked a lot by people, and I hear a lot of Westerners asking, does it matter? Does it matter if we use Sanskrit versus English? Yes, it absolutely does matter. That's not to say that mantras or, affirmations in English are not going to do anything. Of course they will, because all words have power. But I want to explain to you that when we use the Sanskrit words, it's a completely different frequency, because Sanskrit in itself, the sounds are designed as a power. It's not even just the meaning of the words that give the mantra power, but the sounds themselves. So what I mean by this is if we were repeating a mantra, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself in English, what we're getting from that mantra is that idea that I love myself, right? I'm giving love to myself. It's the meaning behind the words. Whereas a mantra in Sanskrit, like for example, Om Namah Shivaya, is not just I'm praising Shiva, praise to the name of Lord Shiva. It's the Om in itself, the sound Om. That itself has the power. So it's not just the meaning, it's also the frequency. The vibration itself gives the power. Om, if you look it up, you'll see that Om was explained in the Vedas as the sound of creation, right? The sound of the universe creating itself. The most mind-blowing thing is that even in the Vedas, what was correlated to the sound Om, so the vibration Om, the linear form of that, which we know all vibration also has lines, right? It'll create a shape of the physical matter. So that vibration Om becomes physically something called the Shri Yantra, the Shri Mandala. And this Shri Yantra was drawn in the sacred scriptures by all of these sages for many years, and many enlightened beings always see it in visions and in meditation. But recently, through the new devices that they have where they can map sound to vibration, to shape, you can look it up. I think it's called somatics on YouTube. You'll see that actually the sound Om really becomes the Shri Yantra. And so that sacred geometry, extremely sacred geometry, these intricate patterns and shapes are literally in that vibration itself. The Sanskrit language is considered to be able to hit certain energy points in the body, certain, what in Chinese medicine they refer to as meridians. In the Vedic understanding, they're called nadi points, these energy centers all over the body. There's thousands of them, and Sanskrit, the mantras, are able to actually hit certain meridians, certain of those energy points, and awaken them or unlock them or target them. It's a very intricate science, and you can, again, read all about it. I can't say too much in this video or it will be hours long. You are all probably familiar with the concept of chakras, the 7 main energy centers of the physical body. Well, there's also a mantra for each chakra. Every single chakra has its own mantra. And so even like this, mantra can be used to awaken the different energy centers, the different chakras of the body. And getting to an even deeper level, within Ayurveda, one of the most fundamental basic principles is the concept of the dhatus, which are the 7 main body tissues, like blood, plasma, bone, muscle, etc. And there's also 7 of these, which correlate to 7 chakras. Same way, these certain mantras, these certain sounds, Sanskrit sounds uttered, can help nourish and heal the 7 body tissues. So mantra is not just used in yoga or meditation, it's also used in Ayurveda, the healing sciences, to help heal the physical body. In conclusion, you will see mantra utilized in almost all of the Vedic sciences in existence: yoga, Ayurveda, Tantra, meditation, all the ritualistic practices, because it is one of the most powerful sciences we can use. Sound has the power to heal. Sound has the power to rejuvenate our bodies. That is why mantra is actually prescribed in Ayurveda to be done every single day, not just for a particular disease, not just to awaken a particular chakra, but to prevent illness and prolong life. As a daily routine, we are supposed to be chanting mantra. To be truly healthy, the spirit has to be healthy. The spirit, the consciousness has to be nourished. And that is where mantras play their biggest role. They awaken the consciousness, they unite the consciousness with the body and the mind. I hope this video gave you guys a little insight into the power of mantra and how you can use it in your life. Please definitely do further research on your own. Dive deep into this topic because it is so worthwhile. There are so many thousands and thousands of powerful mantras out there. I would recommend starting with ones that are overall easy to use, they're safe to use, and they're made for all people. For example, the Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Really easy to use. It's just a way to empower yourself that I am the creator of the cosmos, I am Paramashiva, that ultimate source. And you can also, if even another example, if you're interested, is Gayatri Mantra. That's a very safe mantra as well to use for all different types of people. And it's a very powerful mantra as well. So just a quick safety note as well. There are certain mantras, there are certain particular mantras that you need to be initiated into by a guru. So do your research, do in-depth research, and make sure that you're not just finding something somebody's randomly saying to chant. You do need to, learn about it before you start chanting it, just so that there's no ill effect on the body, because mantras, again, are extremely powerful. So if you misuse them, there can also be negative side effects. So do a lot of research. If possible, you should really try to find the guru in your life who can initiate you into this practice and guide you safely through it. Do further research, dive deep into this and start practicing mantra in your life. Nityanandam, everyone. Be blissful and have a beautiful week.